Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning my students. Today we still discuss about the topic classifying animals, part 3, pengelompokan hewan ya. Last week we have discussed some kinds of vertebrate, mammals and fish. For today we will continue to discuss the three last vertebrate here that teacher signed with the red color. There are aves or birds, and then reptile and also amphibian. So today we will discuss the three last vertebrate, aves or birds, reptiles and amphibian. Unggas, reptil dan amfibi. Okay, we start it with birds or aves. What are the characteristics of birds or aves? Look at this. This is the pictures of chicken. It is one of the examples of birds, salah satu contoh unggas. What are the characteristics? It has beak. Dia punya paruh, and then it has two wings and two legs. So the first characteristic of birds, they have beak and two wings and two legs. Another characteristic, the bird reproduce by laying egg, and then it breed by lung. So this is similar to mammal. Mammal breed by lung. Same with birds. They reproduce by laying egg. The bird reproduce by laying egg. So this is similar to the fish. So the characteristic of bird, another characteristic, they reproduce by laying egg and then they breed by lungs. And then the body covered by feather. Tubuhnya ditutupin feather, bulu. If mammal, the body covered by hair or fur. For fish, the body covered by scale, sisik. But for birds, the body covered by feather. What are the different teacher, feather and fur? You can see this. The pictures of penguin. Penguin is the examples of birds. Okay, look at this. This is fur. And then look at feathers. So for feathers, it grow branches ya. Jadi tumbuhnya itu bercabang seperti ini, feathers. But for fur or hair, it grow one by one. This is the difference. For penguin, the body covered by fur or feather. Of course, for penguin, the body covered by feathers, because penguin is the examples of birds. And then you can see the pictures, the examples of bird. There are pelican ya, kemudian ada peacock, burung merak, duck, bebek, and then the last ostrich, burung onta. This is the examples of birds. Another example, many of birds, chicken ya, and then swan, angsa. This is the examples of bird. These are the examples of birds. The next group of vertebrate is reptiles. In bahasa hewan melata, reptiles. What are the characteristics of reptile? Okay, first teacher want to ask snake. Some of my students said that snake doesn't have backbone. Jadi some of my students think that snake doesn't have backbone. Kira-kira snake itu punya backbone apa tidak? Snake. Okay, this is the backbones of snake. So when I say to you that snake is reptile, kalau teacher sudah bilang snake itu reptile, hewan melata, so it is vertebrate. Berarti dia vertebrate, berarti dia have backbone, animals with a backbone. So snake is vertebrate. Some of students thinks that snake doesn't have backbone. Jadi snake itu punya tulang karena dia vertebrate. It is the examples of reptile. And then you can see here the characteristic of reptile. What are the characteristic of reptile? The body covered by scales. So this is similar to fish. Fish, ikan juga body covered by scale. Ditutupin sisi, rough scale tepatnya ya. Jadi kalau reptile itu the body covered by rough scale, sisinya kasar. Some of reptile they have shells. Jadi ada yang punya shell. What is shell, teacher? Shell is cangkang, such as turtles and then tortoise, ya. Ada kura-kura, ada penyu. It is the reptiles that the body covered by shells. And then the next characteristic, most of them have 4 legs. Kebanyakan punya 4 kaki. This is the characters of reptile. The next characteristic, they breathe by lungs. So this is same with mammal and also birds. Reptile also breathe by lungs. And then they reproduce by laying eggs, similar to fish, ikan, similar to the birds. They reproduce by laying eggs. The examples of reptile, there are crocodiles, and then lizard, cicak, kadal, and also turtles, and then snakes. So these are the examples of reptiles. Now we come to the last vertebrate that we will discuss today is amphibian, in bahasa amfibi. What are the characteristics of amphibian, teacher? The first, this animal can live both on land and in water. So it can live, bisa hidup di 2 tempat, both on land and in water. Can live here, arti bisa hidup ini, they not only just live there, bukan cuma tinggal, but they also can breathe there. Jadi juga bisa bernafas di 2 tempat. Can breathe both on land and in water. When the frog on land, they breathe by lungs, but when they are in water, they breathe by using their skin, their moist skin. Because some student ask to me as teacher, why crocodile is a reptile? Kenapa kok buaya itu reptile, teacher? Kan buaya bisa hidup di 2 tempat. Crocodile can live in water and also on land. Different, ya, beda, karena if crocodile they just can live but they cannot breathe in both place. Tapi kalau amphibian, frog, they can live and also breathe in 2 place, they on land and in water. So that I mean can live here, not only can live but also can breathe. Jadi benar-benar bisa hidup di situ karena dia juga bisa bernafas both on land and in water. And then the next characteristic, they reproduce by laying eggs. So this is similar to reptile, similar to the bird, similar to the fish. Sama dengan ikan juga bertelur. And then the next, you can see the picture here, the body characteristic, ya. The frog, amphibian, they have hind leg, punya kaki 8, kaki belakang yang kuat. The powerful hind leg for frog, they have powerful hind leg, and then front leg, punya kaki depan juga. And then they have moist skin, punya kulit yang keep moist, yang tetap lembab. But for teacher, they keep their skin moist because remember that frog, when they are in water, ketika di air, they breathe by using their skin. So they keep their skin moist. Jadi kulitnya tetap dijaga basah. Kenapa? Karena mereka breathe. They breathe by using their skin in water. Jadi di skin itu ada pores, ada pori-porinya to breathe. So they keep their skin moist. And then look at the next slide. That teacher want to explain to you about this slide is frog. Frog itu they come from the tadpole. Dia berasal dari tadpole. What is tadpole in bahasa berudu atau kecebong? This is called metamorphosis. You will study about metamorphosis when we are 4th grade, ya. Nanti kalau sudah kelas 4 nanti belajar metamorphosis. That teacher want to tell you here that frog come from the tadpole. The first it is egg, telur, kemudian tadpole. That frog be tadpole, ketika masih still tadpole, they breathe by gills. Nah kan, bisa hidup di air dia. Dia bernafas pakai gills, insang. But when they are adult, ketika dewasa, froglet, anak katak dan frog, they breathe by using their lungs on land and by using their moist skin in water. Jadi ada perubahan alat nafas sini, ya. When they are tadpole, they breathe by gills. Tapi ketika sudah adult, dewasa, froglet and frog, they breathe by using their lungs on land, di darat, and then they breathe by using their moist skin, di air. Jadi mereka memang benar-benar bisa hidup di dua tempat. They capable live in water and also on land. Here are the examples of amphibian, frog and salamander. Frog and also salamander. So these are the examples of amphibian. Okay, we have finished with the kinds of vertebrates. See you, my student, next week with the examples of invertebrate. Thank you. After this, I will send you the task. You have to read it carefully. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.